Alright, Jeff here, and I want to show you one of the first tips when I build the Ahi. I got all my parts laid out, but some of the people are asking about putting the carbon onto the leading edge. This is a little rod that I pick up. This is an 050 solid carbon rod, and I use Safe CA, the super glue type stuff that's safe for the foam. Now what I do first is I take my knife, and let's see if I can show you this close up, but I'll take it and I'll put the very sharp razor blade, this is a little cut knife, in between my fingers, and I'll run down the leading edge very slowly and as straight as I can, using my fingers to center the blade. And I slit a little slot in here that's about a 1/16 to an 1/8 inch deep, not very deep at all really. Now once I do that, and this edge is all got a little cut into it, then I come back with a rod same size, and you can round it a little bit if you want, and do kind of the same thing but lay it down into that little bit of groove that I created with that knife, and I open it up just a little bit all the way down, pretty close to the tips down here, you'll see. Now once I get down here to the tip where I know I'm going to start doing a curve, I will cut the rod. I make sure to get it to the right length where it's up into here a little bit. We'll run all the way down, and when I get down here where it's going to curve, I take this section, it's probably about, I'm going to guess about 3 to 4 inches, and I'll sand it. I'll take my Dremel tool with a sander and I'll run along it to thin it out so it'll want to bend a little bit easier. Now if it was fiberglass, it'll bend plenty enough, but the carbon is a little bit stiffer, this 050, when it tries to turn those corners, so I sand it a little bit. Then I will get masking tape, put me a bunch of little pieces of masking tape out here, just a regular little Scotch tape, and I will get my CA, and I will begin by running a very small seam of adhesive right in that little groove that I had. Takes time, run it all the way down. I get most of the way down, and then I will slip the rod into the little pocket over here, hold it down, and just tape it over the top of it all the way down. Once I get down here, the rod will be out a little bit. I'll put more adhesive in, and I'll lay the rod down even more, and I will continue taping that all the way down. Once it dries, you pull the tape off, take you a little bit of sandpaper, and just kind of clean up any little CA that has kind of squirted out a little bit. You can feel it, you'll run your fingers down the edges. But once that's done, then you're ready to rock and roll. These things are will take a lot of abuse. I mean, you can hit them with little branches or limbs or whatever, and you're not going to get any of those little dings in your leading edges anymore. So that's the first little step that I do, and then the next will be mounting the servos. All right, move on to the next one.